Welcome back, everyone, to the second season of Making Waves, the show from the Chicago Maritime Museum all about our city's past, present, and future on the waterways. I'm Madeline Crispell, the museum's curator, and with me, as always, is Sari, Breslin, the museum's education director.
Thanks, Madeline. We have a very special guest this month, Erica Trejo, the executive director and founder of Sail Her Dreams, a nonprofit organization located at Montrose Harbor in Chicago. Rooted in the values of conservation, innovation, and youth voices, Sail Her Dreams creates hands-on learning experiences. These experiences build confidence, leadership, and a deep connection to the water. Through its academy and community programs, Sail Her Dreams expands access to maritime spaces. The organization intentionally addresses the historic lack of women in both sailing and STEM career pathways, particularly among underrepresented communities. The organization blends sailing with STEM, exploration, mentorship, and environmental awareness, helping young people see themselves as leaders, problem solvers, and stewards of the Great Lakes and beyond.
Under Erica's leadership, Sail Her Dreams has reached major milestones, including hosting its first fundraising gala, honoring 7 young women with the STEM Leadership Award, earning recognition from local civic leaders, and taking steps towards becoming a brick-and-mortar school on the lakefront. Erica brings a background in analysis, community engagement, and equity-driven leadership, and is deeply committed to creating pathways for the next generation of women in maritime, STEM, and environmental fields.
Welcome, Erica.
We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you, thank you.
So we have this first photo, which is where Madeline and I originally met you. And it's such a great photo. I love it. Can you tell us a little bit, not only about the photo, but why you decided to start this organization?
So this photo is from our Celebrating Women in Sailing Gala in November 2025. We hosted it at the Chicago Corinthian Yacht Club at Montrose Harbor. There, right in the center, is Alderwoman Angela Clay, and she came to support by presenting our scholars with these awards. Now, these are STEM Excellence Awards. They showed leadership, curiosity, and just true passion for the environment and for sailing.
That's awesome.
So now, I wouldn't necessarily always think of a sailing school as something that might, give out a STEM award to students. So tell us a little bit about, your unique group, Sail Her Dreams. What is that convergence of sailing and STEM for you? Why is that important?
Sure. Well, so first, there are a ton of parallels in sailing and STEM. So STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. When you think of sailing, you just think of yachting on the water with maybe some champagne. That is not the case. There is a lot of physics and science involved, a lot of engineering that you need to start thinking about with the shape of the sails, how the boat moves on the water. It's not just with an engine, it's with the power of the wind. And so STEM really brings all of that back to the girls. We're not teaching it in a classroom, we're teaching it on the water.
Hands on.
So we've got another great photo, and you supplied us with so many great photos of the students and the activities. We have some of your students here on the water. Let's get brass tacks. What is Sail Her Dreams? What does it look like for the students who are participating?
Sure. So we run a 6-week program from June until August, right before school starts again. It is a After School Matters apprenticeship. So the girls are in an apprenticeship program where they do get paid to participate. On top of that, they are introduced week after week to these amazing mentors in the STEM fields. So we have women that are urban planners. We have women who are architects. We have women who are advocates and go to Springfield on a regular basis for policy work. So these girls are getting the best experience this every summer.
That's awesome. So do they sign up for the full 6 weeks? I was looking and I saw that you have different people that are every week there's a different person that's going to be a mentor. And do you sign up for just 1 week or is it the full 6 weeks?
So if you are a Chicago resident and you are in between ages of 14 and 15, you can apply through After School Matters and their apprenticeship program. That way you are part of that program. Otherwise, join us for a week and you can experience it just you would.
Now, you said something, Erica, when we were talking about this, about a free sailing day.
Oh,
So
yes.
Tell us about that.
That's a really fun day. It's called Adventure Sail. It's presented nationwide through the National Women's Sailing Association. August 8th, it's a Saturday. It'll be a day of free sailing for girls 9 and up.
Okay, we have another one of your slides here I thought was really interesting. It looks like there are outboard motors on those boats. I know in Jackson Park Harbor, they just use like little dinghy sail. What kind of boats do the girls learn
Yes.
on?
So our fleet of boats are J24s. They're 24 feet long. They have a cabin down below. As you see on the one I'm standing in, you could fit about 5 adults, 6 adults. They race these boats all over the world.
Wow.
And they are very competitive, but they're also a very perfect boat to get brand new beginner sailors out on. They can withstand the harshest winds and waves, just like Lake Michigan has to offer. I put outboard engines on there just to give it in and out of the harbor, which is extremely useful because there's a ton of boat traffic. You can't sail in and out. But on top of that,
That's quite a skill.
the girls actually helped. We opened one up. It didn't need much. It just needed a tightened screw. But I used that opportunity to show them how an outboard engine works. So we took it off the boat, we opened it up, and we showed them all the bits and bobs of it.
Which is really important because when you're out on the water and the engine dies or whatever, there's nobody there to help you. So you need to know. So are these also, I saw that you also have like team building and such. Is it these boats also that you do team building on?
Yes, with Great Lakes Sailing, that is the sailing school through U.S. Sailing. They do team building, they do family sail, and then the U.S. Sailing basic keelboat certifications.
So a landlubber like me even could learn how to sail with Great Lakes Sailing.
Hey, we've got life jackets, you know.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. So one of the things that's so interesting about what you do, I mean, the students are on boats. Those move, so your field trips are not necessarily stuck in one spot. we have a photo here of one of the trips you guys took to Navy Pier. Could you tell us a little bit about this?
Absolutely. This was a fantastic field trip on the water. So we sailed to Navy Pier Marina, which just opened up in early summer of last year. Our mentor of the week was Rory Rubin, and she is actually the developer, the designer of that building that we're standing on. It was made of 12 shipping containers, and you can't really tell that from that photo, but it's like 3 levels or 2 levels high, and it's on pillars over the water.
I just saw it last night.
It's
we
amazing.
were at the Shakespeare Theater last night for Hamnet, and I saw it for the first time because the north side of Navy Pier, there wasn't anything.
It's brand new. If
It's
you haven't
brand
been
new.
to Navy Pier in a year, go.
It is. It's quite a building.
And so we're
It's,
standing there with the marina manager who runs the marina there, and we're excited to be visiting there again this summer. So that'll be a staple of our program.
So you sailed down from Montrose, and they had to dock the boat, the whole 9 yards.
The whole thing, so we sailed
awesome.
there, we docked, we got a tour of the new building. The girls have a podcast show, so they interviewed Rory and asked her about sustainability, asked her about being a female in architecture, and how she got there, and all of the things.
Yeah, so I just want to hear a little bit more about this podcast. So beyond everything else, the girls are learning to sail, they're learning leadership skills, they're learning STEM, and they're becoming audio engineers.
You know, that organically just happened. They're
Like
learning.
us, Madeline.
They are learning so much, and you know, it's technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're asking the mentors questions. They're asking adults questions and learning how to think outside of the box of, well, you know, I went to a science class, but I didn't really like it. But she had to go through all of these different routes to get to where she is. So maybe this is a good path. So opening up the doors to different conversations these kids have.
That's awesome. They don't have to just Google everything. They can actually get, you know, the first person experience. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Speaking of first person experience, we've got a great photo here of first person experience not everybody gets, but maybe they should. What's going on in here?
Oh boy. So this was one of many harbor cleanups, and this one was hosted here by Crispell with the pink from Alliance with the Great Lakes. We collected over 700 cigarette butts. So we are in the weeds right there with the cigarette butts. But that was just on land. We also do on the water harbor cleanups. You'd be surprised at what falls in during the winter time, from divvy bikes to dumpsters and trash bins to grills.
Whoa.
So we pull out quite a bit of things, and with some help from friendly divers, we collect a lot of trash.
And I don't think cigarette butts are biodegradable.
Absolutely not.
And they're a perfect little size for, you know, all of the beavers and muskrats and our neighbors in the water to try and
And what about
eat.
those birds from Montrose
Thank you,
Harbor?
thank you. The birds especially. So a lot of these were collected on the curb.
Oh.
So folks like to park and smoke. So that's a thing. So
And throw their butts out the window. Wow, that's too bad.
Now, I mean, with the STEM education that you're doing, a lot of that is hands-on, even when it's, you know, something with a camp or a class. We have a photo of a particularly cool thing you had the kids working on. What's going on in here?
absolutely. So this was our mentor, Janet Olson. She connected with Wheaton College, and they donated this EM river table for the week. So this river table shows how water interacts with the landscape and can affect towns next door or surrounding the rivers, how it affects the landscape. And so the girls were able to engage with that river table and then follow up and ask questions directly to Janet, their mentor. Of the
It
week.
almost looks like ice.
Yeah, so they're ground up. It's actually pretty coarse bits of plastic and rubber.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. I mean, we talk a lot about the importance of ecology and the water. And of course, the museum is a location of the Friends of the Chicago River's River Day cleanup. But I don't know that at least I, before I was the curator of the Chicago Maritime Museum, was thinking about groundwater and other ways that water can be affected by human interaction.
Well, also I noticed in your newsletter that there's a harbor cleanup coming up on April 22nd.
Yes.
So you guys do this regularly.
Yes, that is Earth Day. So we'll be there from 5 till sunset or so. Hopefully the sun is setting a lot later.
Is that the same day that they do the river?
No, River Cleanup
Is May.
It's
Yeah.
always the weekend of Mother's Day.
Okay, so we also do a Mother's Day. We call it Mother Nature's Day.
Oh!
Wait, is that in the harbor?
In the harbor.
Is it
surrounding
just
the birds.
Montrose? You guys do this, or is this all?
No, it's just us. So we've been doing it now for the last 3 years.
Well, I love that.
Mother Nature's Day.
Nature Day.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, there's a place to plan for your Mother's Day this year.
Yeah, so many folks come to Montrose for the bird sanctuary for Mother's Day, and just the harbor itself is just beautiful. One of the last free parks in Chicago.
Are your boats in then?
Yes.
Oh, so maybe people could
Come sailing.
Come sailing. Really treat your mom. Have her clean up and then take her out on the water for a family team building day. That would be awesome.
Speaking of that water table, we've got a photo here of the water process, and so there's also instruction happening as part of this program. Can you tell us a little bit about what that looks like?
Absolutely. So we have, based on the mentor of the week, we have different modules and lesson plans that fit the curriculum of that topic. So for example, we had GE Healthcare come out and talk about ultrasound technology. And so how did we connect that with boats? So we connected the technology to sonar, and so all week we talked and introduced the girls to sonar, types of frequencies, amplitudes. We also connected with birding.
Ooh.
So we are a Chicago Bird Alliance bird leader, and like I said, the bird sanctuary is right across the street, and so we tie all of that into the curriculum. There's a really cool app called Merlin.
Oh, I love Merlin. That's one of my frequently used.
Madeline's a birder.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. So if you've noticed, when you are taking a recording, it shows the frequency and amplitude at the top. And so we also we connected
I've
the
never
dots.
thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I just got stemmed.
STEM.
So this, I know this because I have a friend who is a librarian at the Chinatown branch of the public library, but Erica has also been bringing the show on the road. I heard you were a big hit at the Chinatown branch. Tell us a little bit about your tour.
Oh my goodness. So the tour is throughout April, and we will be talking about ecology, birding, the STEM that we learn, so astronomy and astrology, the differences between those two, and how we use them with sailing, and how historically we've used them with sailing, navigating by the
Do
stars.
you do celestial navigation? Do you
Exactly.
teach them
Yeah,
that?
we do.
That's awesome.
And so that's one of the library classes that we'll be teaching, as well as ecology and birding. So
I took celestial navigation at the planetarium. I don't
Did
know
you?
if they still teach that there.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Very interesting.
So as we were chatting about some of the things you do, there was a robot you mentioned. We have a photo here of some water testing taking place. Can you explain the process of this?
Yes, absolutely. So these are our instructors. We were doing a instructor training before the summer started. They are testing the water with a sonde. A sonde is this robot with a computer attached to it. So they lower the sonde into the water. It's about, I don't know, maybe 2 feet, 3 feet long.
Bigger than a rice cooker.
Okay. You don't put a rice cooker in the water. But so they lower the sonde down into the water, and it just touches the sediment or the floor of the lake, and it collects data. So we can collect the temperature of the water, the algae growth, the chlorophyll, the toxicity.
That's so interesting.
They use this everywhere. And so a video that we showed to the girls, to our students, after explaining how the sonde works, is on a much larger scale with a research vessel that used these same devices, but big pillars, like hundreds of feet, to test and collect data of the zebra mussels.
Oh, sure.
So
How
zebra
cool
mussels
that
are
they-
filtering water at a
Yes.
rapid rate.
Right.
And so
Yes.
these robots are able to collect that data and see
We
how
had
quickly.
the mussel sex education class with our urban rivers.
Tell me more or tell me less.
Well, I just know that, especially, it's a beautiful day today in Chicagoland, but in the winter, you look at the salt on the street and you wonder, what is that doing to our waterways?
Yeah, and a day like today where it is raining and it's
Yeah.
getting filtered, it's getting pushed right into the lake and river.
Wow. What a great opportunity. Like, I mean, you couldn't learn that in school.
Right.
That's awesome.
Very hands-on.
Yes.
Well, and I think, one of the things that all of these hands-on activities does, that instills a confidence, right? When you have to learn what those different things on the boat do, you feel comfortable out in the middle of the lake when you
Yeah.
have to do something. And I think that one of the things Sail Her Dreams has done is done a wonderful job of giving a voice to a lot of these kids. This is one of the photos you shared with us here that I love. Great. I mean, first of all, respect fish. That's a good point.
Yeah, so like my library, the Chicago Public Library tour, I have also been invited to other places like schools. This one was at the Griffin Science and Industry for a Girls in STEM Expo Day.
Oh, nice.
And so you can't see it, but behind that we had 2 tables of building your own boats, and I brought a fan, and so girls were able to design their own boats and see how different sail shapes work. But then before they left, they had to respond to this question, and we got a lot of responses. If they could walk away with anything, maybe they walked away with a winning boat, or they walked away thinking about how can we make our lakes cleaner.
And how it affects them and how they can carry this forward. How wonderful.
So speaking of carrying it forward, I mean, it's right now February, so we are just on the cusp of the season where all kinds of exciting
The best
things.
time of the year.
Yeah, the best time
when
of the
the
year.
bridges lift.
Could you tell us about some of the interesting things you have coming up? I mean, for anyone in Chicago with a bit of an interest in birds, I'm not the only birder out there. I know there's some cool things on the horizon.
Yes, birds. I'm so glad you mentioned it. We have a art exhibit coming to our site. So from April 19th through the 30th, you can, for free, view the art exhibit. It's called Where Wings Meet Water, and it connects birds, migration, and our impact on their habitat and our habitat, the water.
Yeah.
So if you watched our most recent episode, our season 2 premiere with Alderwoman Angela Clay, you heard a little bit about the piping plovers and the Montrose Bird Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So what a wonderful opportunity to take what you learned in episode 1 and episode 2 and go out into the city.
What other things you got coming up?
If people are interested, how
Yeah.
should they
How should they
sign up?
contact you?
Oh, for sure. So the website is greatlakesailing.us. We have our season starts May 1st and it goes through October 31st. But we offer not just Sail Her Dreams, the STEM Academy, but family sail, private lessons. The family sail I started, you might like this, during COVID. I started this lesson and it was everyone had to put their phones down, put their life jackets on, and they were able to communicate with each other on the boat. I simply just took them out on the boat and set up their sails, helped them do it, but they had the rest.
Yeah.
They had to communicate with each other.
Sounds like a good entry point for someone who,
Yeah.
you know, as of now, it's all canoes and kayaks. I don't know what's going on once there's not tying involved. So, you know, as the curator of the Maritime Museum, it behooves me to try and get out on the water in that way, I guess, right? If the
Yes.
9-year-olds are doing it.
Of
Hey,
course.
9-year-olds are doing it.
Yep.
We do quite a lot. We have, if you're interested in running or have a run club that wants to join us, we will be doing a 5K and 10 miler, April 12th. It's a Sunday. Come and join us on that. We do so much bird walks and harbor cleanups, you name it.
Oh, we had a fabulous time at that gala. I hope that happens again this fall.
I hope so too. That was so great.
It was fun.
Now, Erica, it has been such a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Not only because it makes me think of when it's going to be warmer and we
Yes.
can get out on the water again. But in the meantime, of course, you can come visit us at the Chicago Maritime Museum Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 4. And it never closes, the maritime history on our website, chicagomaritimemuseum.org. You can always check out our past episodes on YouTube. Thank you so much, Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you for having me. This is fantastic.
Happy sailing.